Pire pour la 10e vidéo de mon let's play. Alors, j'avoue que ça commence à durer un petit peu. Mais j'ai traîné, j'ai essayé de faire toutes mes quêtes annexes. Malheureusement, il y en a une que j'ai pas pu faire parce que j'ai perdu un quartier en tuant quelqu'un de trop. Donc voilà. Sinon, pas, j'ai quasiment fini l'histoire principale en fait, je pense. Et il va juste me rester les quêtes secondaires de ce nouveau quartier là que j'ai trouvé. Il me reste une quête secondaire aussi sur les docks à faire. Alors, je vous avoue que pour cette quête là, je vais peut-être aller chercher un peu d'aide sur internet parce que là, je sèche. Mais sinon ça va. Dans l'ensemble, j'ai progressé sans avoir besoin d'aide ni rien. C'est un jeu qui est franchement qui est pas compliqué quoi. Bon, alors justement en parlant de quête secondaire, il me semble que j'en ai activé. Alors tiens, je dois aller parler à Swansea. Ouais. Il me semble que j'en ai activé dans le quartier là hier. Aucune enquête ici pour l'instant. D'accord. Alors lui, Emmeline Reid, mort. Ah oui, faut pas que je les tue. Comment ça se fait qu'il est mort lui? Ok, on verra ça plus tard. Donc j'ai pas de quête secondaire là pour le moment. J'y retournerai bien voir Swansea vite fait. Alors, je vais retirer ce marqueur là.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Alors après, ça me fait chier parce qu'il y a plein de portes, je suis sûr, où je suis pas rentré. Il y a des documents que j'ai pas encore trouvés, donc j'ai pas envie de finir le jeu trop vite quoi. Hein. Ouais, je vais continuer par là. Je vois que là-haut je peux monter. Ah, c'est pour aller en face. Et là, j'y suis déjà allé, il me semble. Ouais. C'est mon repère dans le quartier. Non, non, je vais pas rentrer. Ah. Ouais, je vais passer par là. Tiens, je vais me les faire. Je me tâte à tuer des gens encore ici aussi là. Ah, ça j'ai déjà lu. Alors, le docteur Swansea.
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city already? How is the situation over there?
Tense, to say the least.
I am sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
J'aime bien mes voisins. Bon alors.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Reste-toi là. T'es pas obligé de gueuler sur ton balcon non plus.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions.
Oui, je sais que t'es là.
Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Eustache.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one.
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
I shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
Bon. Donc je vais retirer ça. Je vais vite fait aller faire un tour dans ma... Je suis à 5000 là. Alors voyons voir dans le secteur qui est malade. Alors lui je l'ai soigné. Mortimer Goswick. 2 L4, je suis niveau 3 donc non. Lui par contre je pense que je vais le bouffer. En fait je boufferais bien tout le monde mais... Ah il est niveau 4 lui je peux pas. Et si je bouffe encore... Il va alors rester plus que 2 patients quoi si je fais ça. Puis lui il m'apporte que 1000. Non, non, pour l'instant, je vais pas y toucher à cela. Il a quoi, lui, déjà? Il a rien. On a ramassé ici. Fermé. 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 Ah ah. Alors. Ah ah. Donc ça, c'est fait. Bon, là, il faudra que je rechoppe des gâchettes, là. Ensuite. Ça, j'ai plus. C'est laquelle? 121, 110, ouais, c'est ma hache qui fait le plus mal. Ok. Je vais aller dormir. Alors, 5000. Ah, c'est vrai, je l'ai pas encore. Ah si, je peux peut-être le débloquer là. Hop, hop. 6000. Ah, dommage. Ah non, ouais, merde, je suis con. Oui, 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 je confirme. je vais retourner sur les docks de toute façon. Pour faire la quête secondaire là que j'ai pas encore fait. Bon là ici de toute façon je peux plus. Elle va bien. Alors, donc sur les docks on a dit rhume, fatigue, migraine, anémie. Rhume, c'est bon. Anémie. Je vais en faire mal de tête. Ah, j'en ai pas pour la migraine, merde. Je vais en faire un deuxième pour la fatigue. Alors, quête secondaire. Bon, je vais déjà m'y rendre. Hop là.
Easy does it, boys. We can deal with this for... Bloody leech!
épée. Oh.
Bloody leech!
C'était trop long. Ah, putain.
Don't forget to keep an eye out for this guard of something, sweetie. My guess is they're recruiting for some vengeance.
In the meantime, the boys are waiting for our... well, for your... my sweet queen.
I hope the rumors about Clay are true. Otherwise...
Alors. Ici je me rappelle plus tout mon dessin. Ah oui non c'est vrai. Ah bah elle là justement, fatigue et l'autre rhume. Eustache.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Psst. Bon, qu'est-ce que tu fous là?
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
Giving out for free? You'd make a poor businessman, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Ouais, c'était bon.
Have you got any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
As long as he keeps on helping the poor, I'll keep my boys at bay, even if he pisses them off.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
The bodies are piling up, but I'm not afraid. I'm still alive, and I intend to stay that way.
Can I see what you have to sell?
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Ah, t'as des trucs qui m'intéressent, toi. C'est bon, là. Il est parti où lui?
Foolish girl and her pre-principles. Got no idea who she's dealing with.
You again. What do you want?
Do you need medical help, sir?
Yeah, I do. If you can throw in some drugs, I can find use for that too.
So you can sell them on the black market? Sorry. I'll only provide you with exactly what you need.
Fair enough, Dr. Reed. Don't cost me nothing to ask.
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
That bastard's become something of a holy man these days. And someone should remind him who really rules the docks.
Are you worried about the conditions in London?
I've heard rumours about some sort of militia patrolling, killing the sick. The wet boot boys are overrun.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Alors, donc eux c'est bon. Elle, là, la vieille, j'ai pas ce qu'il faut. Et lui, anémie, par contre, je peux. Cabote. Je vois où il
Foolish
est.
girl and her pre-principles.
J'aurais vite fait le voir. Alors. Non, c'est plus par là que je devrais aller.
It's locked, all right. From Seymour to my beloved mother, Stella. Fishburne, that sneaky bastard.
Alors attends. Ok, et il y avait quoi déjà d'écrit sur le... donner à la mère. Je vais enlever le repère là. Alors la mère, je crois qu'elle est par là. Attends, lui là, viens me parler 2 secondes toi là.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything recently about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I don't give a rat's ass about Sean Hampton, his shelter, or any of the losers who sleep there.
Aren't you worried about the conditions here in London?
I've heard armed men have started patrolling the city, even killing the sick to stop the epidemic. Starting to like this city again.
I have retrieved the gift for your mother, sir.
Great. Give it here then and take this for your trouble.
I also found the corpses. The ones under which you left the necklace, Mr. Fishburne.
Ah, so that's where I left it. I can be a bit stupid sometimes.
Have you no remorse? You don't even deny your crimes.
I have many weaknesses, Dr. Reed, but lying about who I am ain't one of them.
You're not a mindless animal, Seymour. Surely you have something to say about these murders. Speak up and I will listen without judgment.
Could be right, Dr. Reed. Maybe it'll do some good to confide in a gentleman like you. You being educated and all.
Tell me about your victims, Seymour. Who were they? Why them? Was there a link?
Why should there be? They just kept getting on my nerves at the worst times, that's all.
How many? How many victims?
It's not like I keep records. It happens when it happens.
You feel nothing, do you? No empathy for your victims at all?
You seem pretty calm yourself, don't you?
We're not talking about me.
That right? Well, our calm's the only thing we have in common then.
Did you take pleasure in killing them, Seymour? All those people, all those lives extinguished.
I take no pleasure from it. Just gives me peace. Stills the anger. For a time.
This rage you feel, have you ever been able to control it? Resist it?
I tried. For my mum, I tried for her. Telling the truth made me feel better. For a while.
Donc elle est au courant.
Don't you think you should seek help? Talk to someone you trust, someone who cares about you.
No. And don't dare speak about me to your colleagues either. Keep your mouth shut tight. Especially about my mum.
Why is your mother protecting you, Seymour?
I'm her son. She's the only one who knows me. Sometimes I think she knows me better than I know myself.
I understand you love her, but can't you see the awful situation you've put her in?
Do you think my mum would have a better life if I were dead? She seems so sad to know me sometimes.
I understand your mother's situation. Obtaining justice at the price of betraying her own flesh. It's quite a dilemma.
It might be my mum's wish that I end up swinging from a hangman's noose. But she wouldn't want to be the one who ties a knot round my neck.
Ah, il m'en manque encore une. Merde. Ah, dommage. Et là, ça me ferait quand même gagner 2007. Je vais aller voir sa mère vite fait.
Goodbye, Mr. Fishburne. Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Please don't stay too long, sir. What can I do for you, Dr. Reed?
Do you have any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I just heard the sad saint keeps on helping the sick and poor. God bless his soul.
Aren't you worried about the conditions around here?
Hate everywhere. The city will not sink because of this flu. It's the violence that will finish us all.
Tell me about these demons Seymour needs your help to fight.
Seymour used to be such a happy child. And he is still a helping son most of the time. But when he gets angry, he can hardly contain his rage.
All men and women are born innocent, Mrs. Fishburne. But there can be a monster within any of us.
Do you think he can be cured, Doctor? Do you think something can extinguish this rage inside my Seymour?
Science has only just begun to investigate the mysteries of the human mind. Currently, we have more assumptions than fact.
There ain't no hope then. Somehow, somewhere, my son has turned into a monster, and nothing will bring him back.
Your son's gone way beyond simply bullying people. He has a taste for blood, and you know it, don't you, Stella?
One night, he told me straight up, in his own words. It was several days after one of his episodes.
Why did he confess? Did you suspect something?
No. I guess he wanted his old mum to help him fight his, demons.
Did Seymour tell you everything that night?
More than I could stand. The words he used to describe his hate, his rage, how he feels when he's done it.
Stella, I know you are ashamed of your son's crimes. So why do you protect Seymour?
I can't report my own son, can I? Not a burden I could bear.
Burden? How do you mean?
They'd hang him for sure. I won't send my only son to his death.
I'm convinced you raised Seymour the best you could. You're not responsible for what he became.
If someone ever found the courage to speak to the police, I will take my share.
Ok. Je sais pas,
Goodbye,
je vais retourner
Mrs. Fishburne.
parler à son fils.
Take
vite
care
fait.
of yourself.
Et je vais peut-être bien les bouffer tous les deux, mais je sais pas parce que.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been
Lui il va bien. Il est où l'autre fils de... Bien là, attends.
Good evening, Mr. Fishburne.
Yeah.
Non, à mon avis.
tricked me good, Doctor. Tell me, who will take the blame for your murders now that I'm dead?
Ah. Il était pas lié au Fishburne, lui? Si, c'est bien ce que je pensais. Je vais aller lui parler vite fait.
Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Reed.
Heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter lately?
I heard that Mr. Hampton has been very sick, but now he's better.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
I never really felt safe in this town anyway. Now's the first time that everyone seems to feel the same way as me.
Is anything worrying you right now?
Gunshots? I hear them every night. Who's firing? Who are they shooting at? That's what's scary.
Rufus, tell me what you really think about Seymour Fishburne.
Seymour, he just scares me. A lot. Actually, he scares many people round here, even big fellows.
You mean his brutality is infamous, even in this shady part of town? That's impressive.
Yes, sir. How someone like that can be related to Mrs. Fishburne, well, it beggars belief.
The patience of a mother for her child knows no limits. None of us would be here otherwise.
You're right. And I certainly didn't mean any disrespect to the woman who takes such good care of me.
Viens par là, mon ami.
So what they said about me was true. I really was Rufus the Curse, destined to suffer until I die.
Voilà, maintenant je vais aller voir la vieille. J'irai faire la baraque de Rufus après. Quoique je peux y aller maintenant. Allez, où ça porte? Sous-sol. Oh non, c'est carrément... Ok.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry. What can I do for you, Dr. Reed? should I have turned my Seymour in? Was my crime to love my son?
Bon, sur cette sauvegarde là, j'avoue, je fais l'enfoiré et je tue beaucoup de personnes qui sont innocentes. Dans ma prochaine sauvegarde, parce que je crois qu'il y a plusieurs fins à ce jeu. Dans ma prochaine sauvegarde, je ferai le bon samaritain. Il n'y a pas... C'est quoi ça? C'est pas la maison à... Non. Tiens, il y a un... Voilà. Ah mais ça va. J'ai pas besoin de sang. Faut que j'aille soigner Icabot et je me demande si je vais pas le bouffer en même temps. Il doit être par là.
Just as likely to cause a problem as
Je
the
sais
soul
plus
one.
s'il vend des trucs lui. Je vais aller voir.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Bon, lui il va bien.
Have you got any recent news on Sean Hampton's shelter?
It's still there, just like the turquoise turtle. That means there is still hope, somehow.
Are you concerned about the sanitary situation?
It may surprise you, but I'm not. I've heard about the men-at-arms and the fights between gangs at night, but that's nothing new.
I wish I shared your optimism.
It's not optimism. Gangs have been fighting in this part of town since before I was born. This war will stop when enough blood has been spilled.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
So few clients.
Je voulais aller voir vite fait, je crois que j'ai une planque dans le secteur.
I have this thirst for blood.
Je suis déjà venu ici moi. Oui, oui, oui. Ah, ok, ça me ramène là. Peut-être aller lui parler vite fait là. À ces deux là là. Quelqu'un d'autre ici aussi? Ah bah le v'là il cabote. Je le cherchais partout. Merde.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Fuck his foot!
vampire kills.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Actually, I may. In my line of work, I have to stop at any sign of infection.
Treating a vampire hunter's wounds is certainly a first for me. I'm happy to help you, of course.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Your support means a lot.
4000. Ah putain, dommage, niveau 4.
Have you heard any rumors regarding Sean Hampton's shelter?
The sad saint will always be a target for vampires, but I'm keeping an eye out.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
It seems the Guard of Priwen has declared war on vampires. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, though.
Really? I thought you'd be thrilled by this news.
The Guard can be reckless. They rush into a fight without thinking. The citizens of London should not be the collateral victims.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Alors j'aimerais bien aller voir les deux gus là. Comment je fais pour rentrer là-dedans? Alors toi, qu'est-ce que t'as à me dire déjà?
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Ah oui, c'est vrai, on peut faire des affaires, toi et moi.
Have you heard anything recently concerning Sean Hampton's shelter?
He keeps investing time helping the poor and sick. Good for him. And for them.
Are you feeling worried about the sanitary situation in London?
This city is falling apart. The disease kills so many people. No one cares about anything or anyone anymore but themselves.
Show me what you have to offer then, Mr. Nightingale.
Ah non, merde! Je suis en train de vendre! Oh le con! Quel abruti! Non, je vais le garder. Et toi là?
Good evening, sir. I'm glad to see you safe.
I am not safe. I should never have come back here. My life is in danger. I know it.
You're much safer here than in that contaminated area.
Bullets kill people quicker than diseases and epidemics, Dr. Reed.
Do you have recent news of Sean Hampton's shelter?
I heard he kept on helping people, but I tried to stay away from his shelter. I don't feel safe there.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
Not really. I've spent so many days hiding to escape retaliation from the wet boot boys. Now that there's so much chaos, they might forget about me.
What can you tell me about this district?
The East End docks only knows one rule. Dog eat dog, and blood calls for blood. The gang will have their revenge on me one way or another.
What can you tell me about the locals?
Most people would say that Sean Hampton and Tom Watts are good men who try to sort things out. But for me, the real boss around there was my best friend, Jack Gillingham.
Jack Gillingham, you say?
Everyone round there knew Jack. He was a rock. A mountain, even. He feared nothing.
Your friend Jack has something to do with you fleeing to the contaminated area where I found you. I want to know more.
Jack is dead. That's all you need to know. Dead because of me. So much violence. So much sorrow. All of that because I refuse to be insulted again.
No man can predict the exact outcome of his actions. It's the curse we have to live with. We can only gamble and do what we think is best.
Perhaps you're right. The district was doomed before I was born. But I cannot stop myself thinking that Jack died for me.
Why do you say that?
After I killed that gang member, the Wet Boot Boy suspected Jack. And being loyal and all, he did not refute the accusation.
You are not going to spend the rest of your life hiding, Rodney. What are you planning to do?
Honestly, I have no idea. How am I supposed to live while so many have suffered because of me?
Only you can answer that question. But one thing is certain. Since you owe Jack your life, I think it's fair to live it in a way that would make him proud.
That's the kind of thing Jack could have said, Dr. Reed. Thank you for that. I believe you're a good guy too.
The death of your friend has affected you deeply, hasn't it?
Jack Gillingham was the real deal. He believed we could change the world if we were united and focused enough. And he brought out the best in each of us.
You're right. He died to save you. That alone gives me an idea of the kind of man he was.
He was the bravest. And no one dares to say openly that he got killed by those bastards.
Your friend's plan was audacious, if not reckless. No one stands up by themselves to a gang like the Wet Boot Boys.
How dare you say that? You never met him.
Aucune relation, hein. Ok. Attends, où ils veulent que j'aille là? À l'étage.
Forgive me, Jack. If I had stood by your side, we both could have changed things for good round here.
Ok, là c'est le bar. Ok. Alors, du coup, les quêtes secondaires, j'en ai plus. Donc je vais aller droit vers ma quête principale. Hop là. Qui est dans le West End. Je vais vite fait aller dormir aussi pour pouvoir augmenter mes capacités. Rien à ramasser dans le secteur. sortir de la zone là. Donc là, j'ai déjà fait le tour. Quoique, attends, maintenant que je l'ai tué, je peux peut-être aller chez lui là, non? Je sais pas si j'avais déjà fouillé sa baraque à lui. Ouais, si, j'étais déjà venu ici. Quand on peut aller en dessous du coup là? Comment ça on peut aller en dessous et je suis pas encore allé?
Good evening, Miss Gillingham. May I come in?
Of course, of course. So, Dr. Tippets, what brings you back here? We haven't talked in quite some time.
Ah putain, j'ai rien pour la soigner. Oh non, je veux pas te bouffer maintenant, toi. Puis j'ai pas ce qu'il faut de toute façon pour...
Have you heard anything recently concerning Sean Hampton's shelter?
I've never heard that name before, I'm afraid.
Are you worried about the sanitation crisis in London?
Too much noise, too much shouting. It keeps me up. Is it really gunfire I'm hearing?
Goodbye, Miss Gillingham.
Bon, est-ce qu'il y a des trucs à ramasser? Voilà.
It's locked.
C'est vrai, putain, faut que je la tue. Bon, laisse tomber. Ah. Oh là. Oh mais t'es un chaud toi. Comment ça, y a rien à ramasser là? Alors. Ok, alors les armes. Logiquement là. Non. Ah, il m'en manque 3, putain, c'est pas beaucoup. Ok. 105, 121 et 110. 155. Alors. Ok. Ça m'intrigue un peu là, si je l'avais amélioré. 145. Ah ouais. Ouais, pas grave. Et là... Ah merde, j'aurais peut-être dû améliorer ça aussi. Ok. Bon. Alors... Normalement là... Ah si. Bah. Alors, rhume, bronchite, névralgie. Ouais, je peux rien pour elle. Fatigue, fatigue, fatigue. Ok. Donc on a 3 fatigues là-bas. Et là on a bronchite et rhume. Il me semble qu'il me faut un fatigue de plus. Bronchite, j'en ai 3, c'est bon. Anémie, je vais en faire un. Ok. Bon. Enquête terminée. Comment ça, enquête terminée? Ok, enquête terminée. Ouais, c'est bon. Hop. Bon. J'enlève le repère là. Oh, viens là toi. c'est vrai, putain, faudrait que j'aille les soigner. Bon, attends, je vais prendre le temps de faire ça vite fait. Hop là. Bon bah venez vous battre s'il vous plaît, pire les gars. Ah merde. Comment ça tu relèves toi? Non! Ah putain!